right, it is 9:30. Appreciate everybody being here this morning. We'll go through the agenda. We had a couple of additions, and then we'll get prepared for our 10 o'clock council meeting. First item was approved June 2025 monthly bills. There were no changes. Any questions? Approval of minutes, no changes. Any questions? Weed abatements? No changes. Any questions? All right, so resolutions. Resolution 25-169, approve MUB expenditure of $1,132,000 for professional services agreement with Jacobs Engineering for water treatment plant PFAS on-site pilot study phase 2. And then kind of along with that one, the resolution 25-170 authorizes general manager Decatur Utilities to file an application for a loan to be made by the Alabama Drinking Water Finance Authority.
No changes.
No changes. Any questions? Resolution 25-171, approved natural gas contract with Northwest Alabama Gas District. Gary?
No changes with that.
Any questions? Resolution 25-172, approve MUB expenditure of $538,330 for Cortland Natural Gas Gate Station upgrade.
No changes.
Any questions? Resolution 25-173, approve MUB expenditure of $79,035 for professional services for burning tree reinforcement.
No changes.
No changes. Any questions? All right, resolution 25-174, approve custom software interface for information systems.
I wasn't here last week, so we got a question.
No changes to it though. Yeah. Any questions? All right, resolution 25-175, approval phase 2 HVAC replacement for Decatur Public Library.
No change.
Any questions? Resolution 25-176, approved griddle replacement for Point Mallard Aquatic Center.
No changes.
Any questions? Resolution 25-177, award bid 25026R to Sneed Hydraulic and Supply for hydraulic cylinder repairs.
No changes.
Any questions? Resolution 25-178, award bid 25027 to Unreal Ice Rinks for temporary ice rink. Any questions?
That funding was approved in the mid-year. This is just the awarding of the bid, correct?
That's right. Resolution 25-179, approve Volker Inc. for 6th Avenue access management and sidewalk improvements.
No changes.
Any questions? Resolution 25-180, approve Hoare Construction LLC change order number 2, Wilson Morgan Recreation Center.
No changes.
Any questions? Resolution 25-181, appoint election officers for 2025 municipal election.
It's been updated, however, we still need workers at the American Legion Post 15.
Okay. All right, any questions? Resolution 25-182, approve FAA grant for Pryor Field Regional Airport.
There's no change.
Any questions? Resolution 25-112, authorize mayor to approve MOU to continue SRO program in Decatur City Schools.
There's no change. That particular agreement been reviewed by Chief Mack. That's the version that will be presented. There's an exception under the public records law that deals with when you've got security measures done to that nature to affect safety of others. So that's why we publicly accepted.
And that was discussion with the school system, correct?
That was a request of the school.
Yeah.
They think, and they're correct, it will impact the safety of students.
All right, any questions? Resolution 25-183, approved change order for excavation work at Sportsplex.
No changes.
Any questions? Resolution 25-184, approved consultant agreement for internal affairs management and police department. That was an addition. If you want to just give us briefly, and then in the meeting we can go into more depth.
I'm asking for this to be approved. This was a part of the third part of review. We got dinged on internal affairs, so this guy, Mr. Anger, he's going to bring command and oversight over the unit. We're going to restructure on how we present and investigate our cases. It's by me reading the Green Report and me being boots on the ground since June, I've been very intentional with our internal affairs department, not only that on how we're going to restructure and being able to, I guess, be more efficient and more effective on our investigation. We also lost a member of our internal affairs team. So this was with Mr. Anger. It's going to be a big help for us.
Good deal. Any questions for Chief? Thank you, sir. Resolution 25-185, approve OMI Limited asbestos survey proposal.
Yeah, that's just an additional phase. It involves 60 to 75 samples. The maximum would be, without further approval by the city, would be $4,471. Mr. Jackson has been a part of that.
Yeah. It's for,
Continual phase to make sure we get what we're asking for.
and it's for Kerry Matthews. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, any questions? All right, boards and committees, appoint Paige Bridges to the Architectural Review Board, term expiring March 19th, 2027, partial term filling unexpired term of Michael Rogers.
No changes.
No changes, any questions? Mayoral reappointment of Shannon McCaskey to the Decatur Housing Authority Board, term expiring August 5th, 2030. And
No
that's no vote, but.
No vote, just for information.
All right, and then appoint James Skip Thompson to the Municipal Utilities Board, term expiring June 30th, 2029, to fill the unexpired term of Al Cheatham due to resignation. No changes. Any questions? All right, we will get started at 10. Thanks. All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Alan Stover will lead us in our pledge and invocation.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, God, as we come to you this morning, we just come with thankful hearts, God, for who you are and for all that you've done for us. And God, I pray that as we enter into this meeting today, God, I pray that you would give us discernment to make the decisions that we need to make for this city. God, and I pray that, God, that you'd give us a heart, God, to love like you do. God, let us love those others and let us put others above ourselves. And God, I know that if we'll do that, God, that'll be exactly the plan that you have for us. God, we thank you for all that you are and all that you do. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Alan. Roll call.
Wagner.
Here.
Pike. Jackson.
Here.
McMasters.
Here.
Pepper.
All right, we will get started with our agenda-related comments. Mr. Faruqi is first on the list.
So the first thing I have a concern about is why did Resolution 25-67, which included at that time an MOU, why was that taken off of the website for the city?
25-160.
No, sir. 25-67, which was the original SRO memorandum, which is on the agenda for today.
Yeah, it's been on the agenda. I think Herman mentioned in the pre-meeting, there's some things in there about details of how the SROs would interact, where they would be, how many there would be, that the school system, and I believe our chief as well, felt like didn't need to be out there for public consumption.
Can I call your attention? He's got a campaign.
Just go ahead.
Thank you. The SRO, the real concern I had originally was the cost sharing, and that does not require any type of OPSEC concern. It's just how much is the city of Decatur going to pay through the police department for this, and how much is the cost sharing going to be with the
50% each.
50 each. Okay, well, that's a simple question. I appreciate that answer. Only took us since, when was that? Back 3 or 4 months ago to get that answer.
And I believe it's been that way for about 12 years.
Well, we would never know if we hadn't seen the MOU.
Consisted on the voting campaign. You get a little bit.
We're just going to keep moving on.
Thank you, sir. The second question I've got is, and I saw an article from Decatur Daily, and it said that it's a question of how much are we spending for this ice rink?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
How much are we spending for the ice rink?
It was in the mid-year budget.
Like 96,000, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think it says 92, but then the article in Decatur Daily said 210.
Yeah, this particular piece of it is the 92.
Okay. So that 92, as I understood from the article, again, further in that Decatur Daily article, is at best casing, at peak usage, we're going to make $34,000 a season off of that. So it's going to, are we going to own this thing for 3 years?
We do own it, yes, 10 years. Yeah.
So we're paying $92,000 for a 10-year used piece of equipment. Now, does that also?
So to your math, it would make itself back in about 2.5 years.
Actually, closer to 3.
Okay, sorry.
And then the other question is, we have all these other incidents or activities going on for the DDRA is pushing for a Jolly Trolley. And
0.75, sorry.
yeah, the Jolly Trolley is going to be supporting the use of this facility downtown, is that correct?
That actually was we won't have those this year, I believe. That was, NARCOG worked with us, and I have to go back and look at the numbers, but we paid a very small part of the overall cost that will be through a grant that we get those 2 trolleys. It'll be in future years. Yeah.
Okay, so how many years is that going to take for us to get repaid?
I'm not sure.
And the reason I ask that is because that does not affect any usage for my district, District 3. None of those NARCOG facilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're basically spending everything for a very limited use facility or use resource, meaning this Jolly Trolley, to take people from basically District 2 and maybe District 4 to go into the downtown area to use this ice rink.
Could be for any use, but yeah, they have always operated around more the downtown area. Yeah.
Who is
Not my
always,
district.
yeah, who has always used, been
Well,
operating?
MCATS has done transportation, or NARCOG has.
Okay, well, and NARCOG highlighted again in the article said it's going to cost $5 per person to go downtown, in addition to the $5 to use, buy a ticket to use this ice rink. But how much is a Jolly Trolley that takes somebody from downtown Decatur straight over here going to cost? Is that free? Is it going to be free?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, but we don't know, so the routes really haven't been established, so we don't know.
We don't have them yet, so that would be for NARCOG to decide.
Okay. And the last thing, we've got as I understood in that same article, $11 million for Parks and Rec budget, in which case we're basically, as I understand it, making $500,000 per year off of all the activities we do at Point Mallard Golf Course, et cetera. Okay, that sounds like an awful losing proposition for the city in terms of making money, especially when we're paying $52 million for a new rec center and a $2 million pickleball facility over Point Mallard.
Yeah, that's part of why we would invest in those things is to try to make that better. We've had a lot of aging facilities, and we need to continue to invest to have better facilities where we can make more money and make more revenue off of it. But we just hit 4 minutes, so.
Okay, I'll have more to say later.
All right, Pat.
Good morning, council.
Morning.
Good morning, mayor, city employees, community. So I would like you all to consider voting yes on the PFAS pilot program. I'm in favor of any safety steps that we're taking to make our drinking water better. As Mr. Cleveland stated in the work session, I believe week before last, 2023, DU proactively entered a professional services with Jacobs Engineering. The phase 1 bench study test of technologies to reduce or eliminate PFAS compounds in a lab. This phase 1 was completed in 2024, 60K, I believe, is that correct, or 360K? 360K. So do we have any results for the phase 1 study that was done with Jacobs Engineering?
Well, I'll have them describe that when they come for the resolution, Pat, but
Okay.
what that was, from my understanding, is it's the first step in exploring options for future drinking water treatment, potentially. And I do think there were results that then, now we move to phase 2, and it's a little more granular, but I'll have them
Okay.
Explain that.
So the phase 2 entered, quote, to continue, we entered phase 2, quote, to continue our proactive approach. That was what Mr. Cleveland said, a proactive approach. So we entered into phase 1 and 2 to be proactive. That's what Mr. Cleveland stated. 15 to 18 months for the phase 2 study. So during those 15 to 18 months, will we have any benchmarks or milestones on what the technologies to reduce or eliminate PFAS are telling DU, what Jacobs Technologies are telling DU? Will we have any milestones or benchmarks on or during that pilot program is my question. And I know you guys don't have an answer to that, and that would be something to coordinate with DU on, but I think that's a question that council should be asking of DU, is the benchmarks and milestones during that 15 to 18-month program. Also, will this pilot program test the water, and that said water that's tested be then put into our drinking water system, and the citizens will, oh, I forgot my cup. Will the citizens actually take a cup and test that water? Or will this 15 to 18-month pilot program only test the water and keep the water within the facility? And then lastly, quoted, once completed, information will be used to select appropriate treatment technologies.
You got a minute.
should one be needed to comply with future regulatory requirements. So key word there from Mr. Cleveland is should, in my opinion. I know I've played semantics before, but should we have to comply with future regulatory requirements? Well, should future regulatory requirements be dropped, or sorry, not dropped, but raised, increased, then there would be no reason to implement any of these technologies that Jacobs is bringing to our community. And we don't have to go back very far to look at DU water reports with no PFA anything. That would be 2022. We have to go back to 2022 to the dark ages of our water reports. DU water report PFOS in 2025 went up to 3.13 parts per trillion. From 2024 PFOS 2.93. So I know under 4 parts per trillion sounds good, but if these technologies can reduce or eliminate, then maybe we could be even better than a 3.13 that went up from 2024, 2.93. And then in 2023, PFOS was at 8.25. So again,
just wrap up real quick.
My time here is to ask you to vote yes, but also I know most of you will not be in the current seats that you're in after the 15 to 18 months. So I know my ask today of milestones and more transparency from DU is an ask that may not fall on you, but thank you for your time.
Thanks, Pat. Donna?
Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Donna Underwood. I'm a resident of Mr. Jackson's district, and I'm here today to comment on the resolution for the study. A lot of my information was just stolen, so I will just say that I encourage the council to go ahead and vote yes on this. I do have some of the same concerns. Again, results from the phase 1. Is the public going to be aware of that? Again, are milestones going to be public knowledge? If something is found in the phase 2 testing that is greatly outside of what should be, is remedial action going to be taken right then and there during phase 2 study? That would be a concern. And also kind of jumping a little bit, but saying that I know the council in the past, when I've come and spoken with you all, have said that reports from 3M's remediation is on the ADEM website. I don't know if any of you have gone to the ADEM website to try to read the reports, but you have to be an engineer to understand them. You also have to be very, very dogged to find the reports. They're kind of buried in there. So I would encourage, as the past speaker just stated, I know you all will not be possibly in office the next go-around, but I would encourage you to really ask the next council members to really try to make more of this information public, to have public meetings. It's very easy to say to go to a website and check it out. Number one, not everybody has the ability to do that. Number two, not everybody has the mental capacity to wade through all of that stuff. So I would like to see more public meetings about this information, not only from the city, but also from Decatur Utilities. I think that would be very helpful. So again, I urge you to vote yes for this resolution, and let's see, and hopefully it'll be positive and we get some results. Thank you very much.
Donna, I do just want to point out this particular study is to find treatment options,
Right.
not necessarily the testing specific of the water. It's to find potential treatment. So
Okay.
I'll have them answer
Right,
some of your
I
questions
wasn't-
when we get back
Okay.
to the resolution. And there's an opportunity at the end, Pat, for further public comment if you have. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Donna. All right, we'll move into our agenda. Approval of monthly bills, approved June 2025 monthly bills. Motion by Mr. McMaster, second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMaster.
Monthly bills are approved 3-0. Approval of minutes will take as one.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMaster, second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMaster.
Aye.
Minutes are approved 3-0. Weed abatements, we will take as one.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMaster, second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner.
Aye.
Jackson.
No.
McMaster.
Aye.
The weed abatements are approved 2-1. Moving to resolutions. A, Resolution 25-169, approve MUB expenditure of $1,132,000 for professional services agreement with Jacobs Engineering at Water Treatment Plant PFAS on-site pilot study phase 2.
Yes, sir. Mr. Ladner, Mayor and Council. Tom Cleveland, Water Resources Manager, Decatur Utilities. This is a study to do a phase 2 treatment pilot at our water treatment plant. It will involve full-scale pilot of the data and treatment technologies that were identified in the Phase 1 study in 2023. The new regulations came out in 2024. They are not in effect yet, which means that 4 parts per trillion is not in effect yet. Utilities across the country are given an opportunity to comply with those regulations. There is a time limit to do that. There's talk that may be extended further down the road.
What is the deadline?
The deadline currently is 3 years. Once they're promulgated, they're talking about extending that to 5 years, which would be 2029.
Okay.
DU has, and remains in compliance with these regulations. We are below 4 right now. We have been. We were below 70 when it was a public health advisory. I've been in this field for 35 years. I've seen the testing go from parts per million to parts per billion to parts per trillion. And at some point, it's going to go to parts per quadrillion. So technology is outpacing what we can physically do or treat. This is, like I said, a study. It is a professional services agreement with Jacobs Engineering for approximately $1.2 million to do this phase 2 study. It will identify treatment technologies that we can use should we have to use them in the future. It is a loan, SRF loan. It is 100% principal forgiven. In other words, it is a grant. You've heard talk that it's a loan, that it's got to be paid back. We have been told by ADEM this is 100% principal forgiven. It is a grant. It will not affect our ratepayers. It will have no bearing on our ratepayers' rates whatsoever, this particular money.
And
will
it
not.
covers phase.
It will cover phase 1. It will also allow us to recover our cost from the phase 2 study, which was $360,000.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMaster, second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? There was a question about benchmarking in the phase 2 and maybe updates on kind of how that's going. To me, that's a future council can request that you guys.
You can. We've not ironed out all the specific details yet. It will be a 15 to 18-month study. The reason for that is we want to get all 4 seasons of the year accounted for, because the water quality does vary in the Tennessee River. And our water indicator is different from our water in Scottsboro or different than our water in Muscle Shoals. Even though it is the Tennessee River, the water is different. So, we'll take all that into account. We'll iron out all those details. And if the council chooses, we can come back and give you some additional information on that.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Ladner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMaster.
Aye.
Resolution 25-169 is approved 3-0. The next one is for the loan. Resolution 25-170 authorizes the general manager of Decatur Utilities to file an application for a loan to be made by the Alabama Drinking Water Finance
So
Authority.
moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters, second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Blattner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Resolution 25-170 is approved 3-0. Resolution 25-171, approved natural gas contract with Northwest Alabama Gas District. Gary?
Yes, Council, Mayor, thanks for having us today here. Gary Borden with Decatur Utilities. What we have with this resolution, we actually have a companion resolution in item D, 25-172. So they both are, we need approval on each of these to move forward with this Northwest Gas District. So what this is, many years ago, through the 70s, 80s, early 90s, we did have a connection with Northwest Alabama Gas. And of course, we built a Southern natural gas line up, and we didn't need this connection anymore. And since then, all the loads across North Alabama have grown for natural gas, and including ours. And all the gas pipeline capacity is gone for firm gas, and there's no available capacity out there to get. So this is an easy connection for us to get, and we pay for it as we use it. There's not a lot of upfront cost as we use it each month, but pay for the gas as we use it, which is very beneficial for us here in Decatur. So with that, I would go in and just tell you a little bit about the cost in the next item for $538,330. This is where the delivery point is for this contract, and over the years we hadn't kept that delivery point up. We've actually got a few parts out of it and used them in other places. So basically it's about a rebuild of the station to get it up to the current standards that we need down there. And so this cost is $538,000. It will get us to where we can take gas from Northwest. This is part of our gas enhancement fund project that we will use some of that money for. So with that, I'll ask, do you have any questions, or can I answer anything for you?
Timeframe here. So once if awarded,
Yes, sir. If we get this approved today, we plan on having everything operational by November 1 of this year.
So moved.
This is on 25-171, motion by Mr. McMasters, second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Blattner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Resolution 25-171 is approved 3-0, and then resolution 25-172. We have a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters, second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Blattner.
Aye.
Jackson. McMasters.
Aye.
Resolution 25-172 is approved 3-0. Resolution 25-173, approve MEB expenditure of $79,035 for professional services for burning tree reinforcement.
Yes, this is for a engineering study for Pewright to do for us. Currently out in the burning tree area, we have a single feed out there and have had it for several years, and this is a project that's been on our radar, and it's time to do something about it. We've got a single feed that comes off the Southern Natural feed out by the interstate, and that's the only way to get gas into this area. And so should we have something to happen to that feed, back toward the interstate there, we'd probably have a lot of customers without gas. So what this will do is provide some redundancy and backup for the people in that whole southeast area, Burning Tree, out Deer Road, and all the way to the interstate. So this here is for Pewright McAnally to help us with some engineering. We've got to get across. Basically, the line ends at the refuge at Red Bank Road, so we've got to get there from there to 31 Highway to the Flint area. So they would help us do some engineering work, help us do the environmental stuff to cross the refuge, and we would use this money out of the gas enhancement fund too, as we're using it to upgrade our facilities and redundancy. And so with that, we'll be back at a later date when we get all this worked out for an actual expenditure to run the pipe and the various things to complete this project. So with that, I'll...
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Blattner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Resolution 25-173 is approved 3-0. Thanks.
Thank you.
Resolution 25-174, approved custom software interface for information systems. Brett.
Good morning, Brad Phillips, Director of Information Systems. This resolution is to pay Tower for a custom software interface or for work done on for work done on a custom software interface in between 911's software system and our police records management system.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters, second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lightner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Resolution 25-174 is approved 3-0. Resolution 25-175, approval Phase 2 HVAC replacement for Decatur Public Library.
Kurt Johnson with Building Maintenance. This will complete, this Phase 2 will complete the total change-out, both indoor and outdoor equipment, and also the controls for the public library.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion?
Just say thank you.
Just an update on Phase 1, should be started within 2 weeks, so.
Hey, Kurt, just want to recognize you've done an outstanding job managing this Phase 1, transitioning to Phase 2, communicating back as to how the temporary services will be reduced as we go to Phase 2 because of a lot of moving pieces here with everything else. Good job.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Kurt. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lightner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Resolution 25-175 is approved 3-0. Resolution 25-176, approved griddle replacement for Point Mallard Aquatic Center.
Good morning, Council, Mayor, Stephanie McLean. This is actually just to replace a piece of equipment for the Aquatic Center.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMaster.
Second.
By Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lightner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Thank you.
Resolution 25-176 approved 3-0. Resolution 25-177, award bid 25026R to Sneed Hydraulic and Supply for hydraulic cylinder repairs.
Morning, Council. Jeremy is away at training, so I'm covering for him this morning. Have some notes I'll just read related to this. This is a request to renew annual contract for repairs of hydraulic cylinders, primarily for our heavy-duty fleet. This is a rebid, as last month we received no submissions to our invitation. This time we did receive one lone bid from Sneed, with whom we've had partnership since 2021. Recommended for approval.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call. Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMasters.
Aye.
Resolution 25-177 is approved 3-0. Resolution 25-178, award bid 25027 to Unreal Ice Rinks for temporary ice rink.
Yeah, this is a request to procure a synthetic ice rink for the upcoming downtown Christmas Jolly Trolley. Bids were opened on July 1st. We received 4 responses, 2 of which that did not meet our requested specifications. We are recommending Unreal Ice Rinks as the lowest responsible bidder. In addition to this rink, we will also be procuring 12 ice bumper boats, so the walls had to meet a certain standard to support said boats.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
I'll second that.
Second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lightner.
Aye.
Jackson.
No.
McMasters.
Aye.
Resolution 25-178 is approved 2-1. Resolution 25-179, approved Volkert Incorporated 6th Avenue Access Management and Sidewalk Improvements.
Yes, Mayor, Council, this is just hiring Volkert for our CE&I on the 6th Avenue project.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lightner.
Aye.
Jackson.
No.
McMasters.
Aye.
Resolution 25-179 is approved 2-1. Resolution 25-180, approved Core Construction LLC change order number 2, Wilson Morgan Recreation.
Yeah, this is basically just some various design changes within the Brick Center and recommend approval.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion?
I'll simply say on each of these, I supported them just to get them on the floor, but I've not supported these throughout the process, so I won't support either of these 3 today, so.
Okay. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Lightner.
Aye.
Jackson.
No.
McMaster's.
Aye.
Resolution 25-180 is approved 2-1. Resolution 25-181, appoint election officers for 2025 municipal election.
Yes. Once again, it's been updated with all the current workers, and we're still looking for, as I said, poll workers for American Legion. So if anybody has any contacts, I'd appreciate it.
Can they be from any
No,
district?
they have
live
to-
in that
they
actual
have-
precinct?
Yes, they have to vote in that actual precinct.
Okay.
But you're just down to one, so you've come a long ways.
Come a long ways, yes.
Motion by Mr. McMasters. Second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lightner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMaster's.
Aye.
Resolution 25-181 is approved 3-0. Resolution 25-182, approve FAA grant for Pryor Field Regional Airport.
That's the, of course, the airport is owned by 4 entities. One of those is the city of Decatur. It's a federal FAA grant, $1.2 billion. The purpose of it is to continue an acre from the northwest hangar.
So
No
moved.
cost to the city, other than what we contribute each year. Appropriation.
Motion by Mr. McMasters.
Second.
Second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lightner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMaster's.
Aye.
Resolution 25-182 is approved 3-0. Resolution 25-112, authorize the mayor to approve MOU to continue SRO program with Decatur City Schools.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters, second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lightner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMaster's.
Aye.
Resolution 25-112 is approved 3-0. Resolution 25-183, approved change order for excavation work at Sportsplex.
Yes, sir. This is basically just that we did have to do additional drilling was necessary for the rock there. So we're asking that you approve this expenditure.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters,
Second.
second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion?
Same as before, I've not supported this, so I will kind of stay in that posture.
All right, any other discussion? Roll call.
Lightner.
Aye.
Jackson.
No.
McMaster's.
Aye.
Resolution 25-183 is approved 2-1. Resolution 25-184, approved consultant agreement for internal affairs.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Motion by Mr. McMasters, second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion or questions for Chief? All right, roll call.
Lightner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMaster's.
Aye.
Resolution 25-184 is approved 3-0. Resolution 25-185, approve OMI Limited asbestos survey proposal.
It's like an extravagant work session. It's up to 75 limited asbestos samples.
We have a motion by Mr. Jackson, second by Mr. McMasters. Any discussion? Roll call.
Lightner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMaster's.
Aye.
Resolution 25-185 is approved 3-0. Next, boards and committees, appoint Paige Bridges to the Architectural Review Board, term expiring March 19th, 2027.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMasters, second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion?
Yes. I just want to acknowledge the passing of past Chairman Ellis Chenault. Passed away last Monday. Ellis faithfully served on this board. He loved his family. He loved the Lord. He loved this community and a lot of friends. He touched a lot of lives. He's a special person and a big miss. Thank you.
And made some good ice cream.
Some excellent.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Lightner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Aye.
McMaster's.
Aye.
Paige Bridges is appointed at a vote of 3-0. Next is just informational, no vote, mayoral reappointment of Shannon McCaskey to the Decatur Housing Authority Board, term expiring August 5th, 2030.
Is this her first full term?
First full term. Yes.
Okay, any questions? All right, and then appoint James Skip Thompson to the Municipal Utilities Board, term expiring June 30th, 2029, to fill Al Cheatham's vacancy due to resignation. And I think Al took Skip's term, so he's kind of finishing out the term he had before, so.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. McMaster.
Second.
Second by Mr. Jackson. Any discussion?
I'm not going to weigh in on this one, so go ahead.
Roll call.
Leitner.
Aye.
Jackson.
Abstain.
McMasters.
Aye. Skip Thompson is appointed to the Municipal Utilities Board, vote of 2-0 with 1 abstention. Anything else from directors? Michelle?
Michelle Sandlin, Human Resources Department. Just wanted to follow up on the interviews that we had the last few weeks. First, let me go to planner. We did get that candidate that came in on Friday that I do recommend we interview. Wanted to get feedback from this team on that.
I know I did talk to Councilman Pike, and he gave me permission to give his thoughts as well as my own. I guess he didn't have to give me permission to give my own. My recommendation and his were to move forward with Mr. Bowman to look at hiring him. I thought he did an excellent job. I had gotten, as I've mentioned in these chambers before, a very positive reference from a commercial real estate developer that I had a connection to in Memphis, who's very well respected, and gave a glowing review of Mr. Bowman. And Mr. Pike's recommendation was also to move forward with the hiring of Mr. Bowman as well.
You guys don't mind, well, Jake, if you don't mind, I'm going to take the words that when we were having a conversation out in the parking lot, and you said that Mr. Bowman could do this job with his eyes closed.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. So I am ready to move forward with Mr. Bowman as well. I think that he was an excellent candidate. I thought that he came with really high recommendations. Our former planner recommended him as a great potential candidate. And so I'm going to yield to what she says, and I think that I'm ready to move forward.
Any thoughts? Good?
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Okay.
So planning,
DYS, this is just me. Those were 2 very tight interviews. Both of them have a passion. I think given the in-house experience, I'd like for us to speak with Johnny Jones and offer DYS to Johnny.
that was Mr. Pike's feedback as well. I do want to say, especially on these next 2, I was very impressed with both candidates. I thought they both did an excellent job. I know one of them better just through community interaction than the other, and I have to take that into account. And it's a positive relationship I have with Johnny Jones, so I would agree with that we move forward. But I thought, these are the ones you don't like to do because you had 2 really good ones and both are in-house, and it makes it very difficult. But I thought they both did an excellent job, and my recommendation would be to move forward with Johnny.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the in-house factor was important. As liaison to youth services, I'm there quite often, and I see his interaction with not only the employees but the kids and the families that he impacts. And I think that it's sort of a built-in appointment. He was there, and he's going to do a good job. I think. I do think that Orlando's Mr. King will actually do at some point. He's going to make an excellent candidate for our Parks and Rec director. But I did like both of them. I think that both of them were absolutely, I don't want to say perfect for the job, but both of them were very good applicants, and I think that both of them would have done a really good job. The edge has to go to Mr. Jones simply from the perspective that he's there already. He knows what the process is, and I want to
Okay.
I don't have to vote, but I can fully get behind everything that I've heard up here. Just a tough decision for this council, but a good decision.
Okay. Parks and Recreation?
Me to go, or you go? In order, yeah.
I was not able to make the interview, so I'll have to yield to you guys.
I thought we had really 4, especially 3 very good interviews. I think that this one was the toughest one for me. I think if any of the 3 that are in my head could do this job. But my recommendation, and it was the same as Councilman Pike and I spoke to him this morning, would be to move forward with Hunter Allen.
Same thing? Okay. Thank you. Pardon?
All right, anything else from directors? All right, we will move into public comments portion of the meeting. Remember, we have 3 minutes with 1 minute to wrap up. We got 2 folks signed in. Wait, okay, yes, sir. Mr. Ferrucci would be first. You're in. You signed in.
Okay, a couple of, first off, a concern, and that is, we had a incident, I think in your area, Jacob, with a golf cart accident.
Chapelville.
That, okay. And in District 3, as I've been out canvassing, I've talked to a lot of people, and in our district, there's huge concerns about, is it legal for a golf cart to be on the road?
The answer, it depends, but yes.
Okay. So there's no regulations, no restrictions, no requirement for lights, et cetera?
Yeah, it's got to be tagged. The operator's got to be over 16. It's got to be on a street with 30 or 35 mile-an-hour speed limit or less, and seatbelts are under the speed limit.
So when was the last time anybody was ticketed for having a vehicle that didn't meet those requirements in the city of Decatur?
I have no idea.
Okay, I doubt that's happening. And then the reason I bring that up is accidents like this occur when we allow ourselves to take an eye off the ball, which is safety and our concerns for safety. Second,
let me just say one thing. I know that people have been ticketed for non-compliance, as far as just a regular golf cart or something. As far as being on the right road and things of that nature, I know that people have been recently ticketed for non-compliance with the improper lights and things of that nature. So there is some enforcement. To what extent, Mr. Ruka, I can't say, but there is some enforcement.
okay, and I know in my district, in 2 locations, both Flint and Point Mallard, both of those areas have expressed a concern about it, although Point Mallard doesn't really, that's SOP there. Second concern, and this is really just about transparency and how we can do this meeting a little bit more professional and perhaps a little bit more making citizens aware of what we're spending and how much it is. The only thing that I saw here, I just want to highlight, first off, 25-176, we state on that resolution in blue, so I don't even have to look at it, I don't even have to tap on it. It tells me it's $15,000 for that griddle. That's awesome. But if I go to 25-179, 180, or 184, there is no cost amount associated with any of those purchases. So we don't understand that it's almost $1 million we're spending for the 6th Avenue sidewalks and the shrubbery that we're going to put up over that for Prospect to the bridge. We don't understand it's $89,000, unless we click on it, that's $89,000 for the gym updates and requirements for construction. And then we also don't understand it's $110,000 for an internal affairs rep that we probably could have bought or should have bought or had right after the Green Report rather than waiting till the new chief came on board to make that call. Because the evidence was plain, the evidence was clear. We needed something to be done in internal affairs. People for 2 years were complaining about that, how they were being treated, and we did nothing.
Yeah, I just want to be clear, if you said it, but I just want to be clear, if you click on the link, it does have the expenditure.
Yeah, after you've gone through.
Yeah, I understand, I just want to be clear, it is there.
What do you understand, Jacob? I understand it's there,
Yeah.
but it's 4 clicks away before I get to the document that says
You
it's.
have to click, that is accurate.
That is correct. But we could simply say $89,000 for the HORE construction update. How difficult would that be, gentlemen? And Mr. McMasters, why wouldn't we do that for our district?
You can click on it and see it.
So your explanation is it's okay to click through it without having that posted for the citizens and transparency for our citizens. That's okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Pat, you're next.
Thank you again. So follow-up question, can you ask Mr. Cleveland, is it a grant or a loan?
It is technically a loan, and I believe DU has done these before, and that this specifically was through the state. It is structured as a loan that is forgivable.
Right, so the
It is a loan, but it's in the context of are we going to have to, it is forgivable.
So the $8,000 left over, is that the principal interest on the loan, or is that just going to be $8,000 left over in the grant?
I'm not sure about the 8,000, but there will be no cost.
Any money not spent will be returned back to the drinking water SRF program.
So it's just fully covered by the state program.
And will we have benchmarks and milestones of what money is going back to ADEM?
That would be reported.
We will at the end of the project, we'll know what goes back is.
And lastly, Mr. Cleveland spoke about the technologies outpacing what we can do, and that our water is different than Scottsboro or Muscle Shoals. So,
And specifically, he said in the river.
Right. So my question is, why is the water different here in Decatur, the Tennessee River that is adjacent to the city of Decatur? Why is that water different than, say, Muscle Shoals or Scottsboro?
I took that as just, could be width of the river or flow or all kind of different
Width of the
factors.
river, different tributaries coming into the river.
But not
Laundry list of things that might do.
a laundry list, but being proactive, why are we being proactive? Is it because of the width of the river?
Regulations changed.
Okay.
From 70 to 4.
But as Mr. Cleveland said, we don't have to implement anything till 2027.
That's why we are
Right.
doing a study to see
But-
what the best
but again-
options would be. And I think you've asked the question before,
Yeah.
and I'll ask Pat. This is more than just PFOA, PFOS. Potentially, it could be other. It would consider those. Yeah.
Right. So in our 2023 report, we had 9 unregulated contaminants, starting with a P and an F. And I'm not talking about pH fat, but PF. Fluoral, blah, 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 blah. We need an engineer. All right?
Genetics, those things.
Right. So, and then in 2024, we had 6 on our report. And then in 2025, we also had 6. Our neighbors, West Morgan, East Lawrence Water Authority, they have 12 listed on their 2025 water report. So again, I know our neighbors are in a different part of the river, but they are being mindful and being proactive because of what we all know in this town that we're not saying. Our favorite, can I finish? Our favorite corporate citizens, and I'll leave it at that. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
Actually, we are being more proactive than like the Florence Muscle Shoals area.
No, I'm speaking of West Morgan, East Lawrence Water Authority.
With Florence Muscle Shoals, we are
No.
much more proactive.
Mr. Cleveland started with that, and the reason the water levels are different here is the dam and a lot of factors, considering our favorite corporate citizens and proactive. Thank you.
Chief Thornton, there has been I've gotten some calls, and someone brought it up earlier about the accident on Chapel Hill Road. And there's been concern about response time. And of course, now everyone has access, I won't say everyone, but many people have access to the dispatch that's going out and the response times. Are we having adequate response times with our ambulances now? Do we have an adequate number of ambulances to service the community, our citizen base?
You know, we grade them, their response times, hitting the fractile numbers of 90% of all the calls. And just in the last ARB meeting, we went over the last quarter times for the last 3 previous months, and they were above their minimum standards. So like Keith, I'm sure they do, because they didn't have 100% on-time calls. Some of them they didn't make, but they did make the fractal as what the ordinance says they need to make.
So would you say that from an ambulance and a response point of view, number of ambulances that we have on the streets, that we're in a safe position for our citizens at this particular point?
I would feel we are. We would always want more ambulances on the street. And, you know, same way with fire trucks and police cars, we want more. But according to the rules that we have set up, they're abiding within those rules.
Okay.
All right, anything else, council? All right, we are adjourned, thanks.